everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of the Feminine POV podcast. I'm your host, Tato, and
Hi everyone, I'm your co-host Oratile. Welcome. How's it going, Tato? How's life treating you today?
oh my gosh, life is interesting lately, and I'm not even lying because my feminism vocabulary is increasing each and every day, and each and every day I'm realizing new things, and I'm just so exhausted at this time. I don't want to learn anymore, but I want to learn. But other than that, I'm good. I can't complain.
Mm.
I'm in a good space as compared to these
Oh, that's
other
good.
weeks
That's
that
good.
yeah.
I'm saying that's good.
But I'm in a good space. Yeah, I'm in a good space as compared to these other weeks I've been having. I'm in such a good space. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm okay. I'm really doing well. Thank you for asking.
Okay, how's your weekend? How's your weekend been? How's
Yeah,
your
my
week
weekend
going?
was fine. My week is okay as well. I don't have um any concerns, anything that is bothering me. I'm just okay. I'm doing good as well. I'm in a good space. I'm just taking my time with this life thing, you know? You can't confirm it, so taking it one step at a time.
Okay. Hmm. All righty. So today, guys, we are going to be talking about pick me culture. So our title is Pick Me Culture, from trying to be chosen to choosing yourself. So as you know that, like, okay, let me just start off by defining what is a pick me, right? It's like when you act a certain way or even change a little piece of yourself just to get noticed or accepted. If you've done that, bruh, you are a pick me, and we've all been in that situations whereby we've had to shrink ourselves in order to just change ourselves. And it could be just in relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, even just society, because it pressures us to fit in these molds that don't
Mm,
exist.
true. I agree 100% with what you're saying. So today we're not just talking about pick me behaviors. We're going to get deeper. We're going to uproot where it started, how it evolved, and what can we do to unlearn it and continuously choose ourselves. I don't think pick me is such like a cute um for lack of a better word, I'll say trend,
Mm,
because in most cases, it has to do with men, you know.
yeah,
And not to say that we are like bashing men, even
yeah,
though the core of this podcast is like feminist. But yeah, I genuinely don't think there's anything cute about being a pick me. So yeah, we'll get into it. And
mhm.
obviously, you have to engage with us and talk to us and just give us your insights on pick me culture, what you know, what
Yeah,
you think you'd want to change,
because we've all been
genuinely
there.
anything, really.
I feel like we've all been there, honestly. I feel like at some point, either you're a pick me consciously or subconsciously. Either way. But yeah, hopefully this episode is gonna help you guys and us to unlearn some things. So, okay, at its core, um, pick me culture, and where it comes from or its idea is usually when a woman, right, feels like they need to act a certain way to be chosen or validated by the male gaze or society in general. It's like saying
Mm.
it's like when you just like, oh, I'm not like other girls, you know, I'm just chill, I don't need much, I'm low maintenance. Or the common one is like, oh, I don't be chilling with girls because you know girls are so much drama. And yeah, I
Yeah,
just have male
that's like,
friends.
well,
I just have male friends. Or the one you'd be like, oh, I don't wear makeup. I just feel like girls should be natural. Like, I don't wear makeup. I don't think that girls should wear makeup. Da 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 da. It's like,
Ufuna kubukwa wena manje senze njani? Senze njani? Sikuhlalise phansi. Should we give you a trophy? Ngoba wena you don't apply makeup. What should we do with you?
and
We
it'll
want
be,
to have feminist of the year, woman of the year.
Mm,
Come on, sis. No,
that's true.
some things are just unnecessary, hey? And for you to go out of your way to do things for the male gaze
Mhm.
is crazy. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. Nothing can ever justify your actions when it comes to being a pygmy. There is not
Mm,
you can never pay me for me to understand why human beings decide to be pygmies.
mm,
Okay, even though sometimes you may do it subconsciously and um like okay, do it unintentionally. So yeah, that's the word I want. You can
mm,
do it like that, but whether when you know that when you're fully aware that you're doing it, I don't think I don't think it's cute. And you will get called out, eh? On social
mm,
media, people will call you out. They will genuinely they will genuinely rip you apart. And you will get to see that it's okay, maybe I shouldn't have said this.
yeah.
You know, but I don't think these girlies care. Yes, in all honesty, I don't think these girlies care. Um, so yeah, the whole idea behind pick me culture is where yeah, as Tata did mention, it's where
Mm.
women seek um male
Male
validation,
validation.
maybe by distancing themselves from other women, um, often by reinforcing stereotypes that appeal to men.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that, babes? You're deserting the only the only thing that is connected to you and going and picking another gender over the
Mm.
one that you have, which I don't understand. It beats me. I am still trying to, okay, I have no interest in learning about why women would pick to be pygmies. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's something that I'm considering. I would actually love to hear. Have you
Mm.
been a pygmy? Um, would you would you what have you learned from that experience? Just tell us in the comments. Or maybe do you know someone who's a pygmy? You can don't mention their name, obviously. Do you know a person who's a pygmy? What is it that they're
Or
doing?
if you've
So you can
experienced
just tell
someone.
us on the comment section.
But I'm telling you,
Yeah.
most of the times, a person who's like a pick me, they're unaware. Well, not most of the time. Let me just say 25% of the time they are unaware, and the
Mm,
75% you are aware that you're being a pick me.
mm,
Simply because
mm,
this thing has been internalized, bro. Like it's internalized misogyny. And it's just all of those things. Like, and also it didn't happen overnight. It didn't just happen out of nowhere, like whereby people were not like, oh, just pick me, choose me, love me. It started with subtle messages in media, you know? Like it's in the TV shows that we watch. And honestly, I'm gonna bash South African TV shows. I do not like them. Like the way they I just feel like South African TV shows, it's in the way they just, I don't know, at some point a woman is either supposed to be fighting for a man, they are all about infidelity and all of that, bro, they bore me. Like they bore me so much. So yeah, it's in the TV shows and the movies, like movies that we've watched, whereby they're like, oh, it's just like such a cool girl. You know, those girls who are just cool, like oh, busy lapaya and busy fixing their father's car and whatever. Like, no, not like other girls.
mm, mm.
Not like other girls. She doesn't show
No.
emotions, doesn't seem interested in anything feminine. Oh, I hate the color pink. It's so feminine and it's so girly. You know, she's one of the guys. The message is there, you know?
I know. I've definitely seen that. And it's like there's this pressure to prove that you're not like other
Mhm.
girls and
Mhm.
you're different. okay, there's nothing about being different. We would like
Yeah.
to emphasize this, guys. There's nothing wrong about being different and having certain aspirations that are not usually picked by women, you know,
Mm,
and loving other things that are not necessarily usually picked by women, right? But
mm.
there's a very thin line between being different and
And
actually portraying yourself as a pick me.
yeah, and the thing about pick-me's is because they end up bashing other women, and it's like you're bashing
You do.
the only people that can support you when these men turn on you.
The
Because at
only
the end of the
people that
day,
will get it.
dude, because at the end of the day, these men they will turn on you when the shoe fits. Like if a moment comes and then now it's time for them to turn on you, they will turn on you because if you want to be a pick me so much, if you're a pick me so much, you want this male validation. Have they picked you? Like, do they pick you? Do they choose you? Because at the end of the day, he's gonna choose his friends. He's gonna choose other men. He's not gonna choose you. So yeah, let's get
She's not.
personal now. I want us to share authentically the times whereby we've been either unconsciously pick me's or even like consciously be a pick me, whether it was a situation you see it's oh here I need to survive, or like whereby you were like, well, you were not aware and then later on you're like, oh damn, I was actually a pick me at that.
Well, for me, it has to be the time I was in high school. So,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to, it has nothing to do with men. I'd like to just put it out there. It has
Mm,
nothing to do with men. My situation has nothing to do with men. So I was in high school and I so badly wanted to be picked by these popular girls, to be part
when
of the gang, to
mm,
be part of the gang, the cool girls gang. Um, yeah. And that was such like pick me energy because I would like in most cases I
mm,
would like do things that they would do. Like being a copycat
yeah,
to some extent. I would do that. Because I wanted to fit in and
give us an example, we want
there
to
were times
know
where I
already.
didn't mm,
I'm saying give us an example. We want to know. Okay.
let me think. Oh, the hairstyle thing. So,
Mm,
my hair has always been afro. No?
mm,
My hair has always been an afro and I, I I wasn't using any chemicals. I still am not. Um,
mm,
but when they had like relaxed and flowy hair, see,
mm,
and it was easy to manage type thing. And mine, obviously, okay, probably I'm not supposed to say this word, but my hair is like kafara. It's
mm,
very thick. Yeah, it's very thick and tough. Um, and hard, and it's not easy to pull. It's not easy to manage. Yeah, not to sound racist, guys. I'm just putting
yeah.
it out there. It's my hair. Um, but yeah, my hair is not easily manageable. So I remember there was a time where I literally begged. I begged my mom to relax my hair.
Mm.
Because I wanted to
Because you
have the
wanted to
same
fit in.
hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to have that slick ponytail, and have a
Not because
bun,
you want to, but because you want to fit in. Because you had no problem with
Yeah,
your
I
hair.
wanted to fit in.
Yeah.
And
And
my
yeah.
mom, yeah, and
Mm.
my mom would like continuously tell me, I Rena, isuka blended. Why do you all of a
All of a
sudden want to
sudden.
be doing this?
Mm,
Yeah, it's not what we used to doing here at home because my mom also has natural hair and my
mm,
baby sister too. So she's like, Ibo, it's not what I taught you. Why now do you want to change? You see, things like that. And then I told her about these girls, and then she found out there, and then obviously she reprimanded me and told me I shouldn't be easily swayed. Um, yeah, there are better ways to be going on about that trying to fit in thing. I could fit in with the girls that look like me, you know?
mm,
And I realized that, okay, actually we're dabbling into pick me culture. Okay, at the time I didn't have the name for it, but
mm,
in hindsight, I can see that it was just being pick me. It was just being a pick me. And yeah, that was the energy that I was giving. And these girls thrived off of it. They loved that they had me
Mm-hmm.
in the palm of their hands and they were
Totally.
controlling me and telling me, okay, do this, do that. You see,
Mm.
things like that. So yeah, that's my experience with Pick Me. And since we're then, I don't think I have um experiences like that because now I know better,
Mm.
and I can definitely do better. Um, yeah, I don't think I have experiences like that. Do you have any experience first?
For me, it has to also be when I was in high school, right? So in high school, I used to have this guy friend. I used to have this guy friend, right? So it is the four of us. There's three girls and then this guy friend, right? So yeah, it's cool. And he also used to have his other friends. So I'd be this cool girl, like those other two friends of mine, they were chill, just girly girls doing their life thing. And me on the other hand, because I wanted to fit in with the guys, I try by all means to be like chill, like, oh, I don't even do that, bro. Like, ugh. Thinking about So, what would happen, right? Those people like Nje, they would be like, yeah, like they were into music and stuff, so they would want us to support them and all of that. And at that point, every time when I think about that point in my life, I think about all the times I would have to just belittle myself just to make them feel comfortable or like just act as if I'm not interested on certain things just to make them feel comfortable. It is it is funny. Like it was funny to me. Also, the turning point was when this person would be like, yeah, but Tato, the way you dress up, I don't think I wanna be around a person who dresses up like you because like I didn't care about how I dress up and all of that. And also,
Mm,
I don't know, Ngati, he was just like now feeling as if, he's in a much more better space and now he's seeing other people who are much more better, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, all this time I've tried to shrink myself just for you, bro. And today you are just throwing me out the bed like this. So I have first-hand experience on being a pick me and trying to be a chilled girl. It will never end well, bro. And right now, me and my
it
friend, like when
won't.
we think about that situation, we laugh because we are like, what in the hell were we doing? That time I didn't even know. Didn't even know about anything that's called a pick me. I didn't even know that I was trying to fit in. I was so unaware. But now when I think about it, I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
bro. It was a chokehold.
literally. No, literally.
It was a chokehold. Oh, sham. So yeah, that is my pick me experience, my core pick me experience that I can talk about.
Yeah. So it's like we all went through a stage where we believed we had become something we weren't, just to be seen as worthy or valued. But in all honesty, the real lesson comes from realizing that being chosen by others isn't as fulfilling as
Mm,
choosing yourself,
mm,
because that's ultimately the goal. um
yeah.
Wanting to be picked by someone. Yeah, I think that is what we usually yearn for. I don't know if it applies to men as well, but
Mm,
I've seen with many women we want this thing of want to be chosen by someone,
mm,
whether it's a friend, it's your mom, it's anyone really. But it gets messy when there's a man involved. Honestly, it gets very messy when a man is involved. Unless if maybe you were a pick me, and fortunately for you, you got married to that guy. Remember?
mm.
So yeah, it works out in your favor when it's like that. But uma nje kuyikhashi yakho ntombazane, you can do better. Ufuna kubona ngale ndlela leyo ukuthi yo waze
But having
waziphatha
a
kahle
crush is
Thato. Yo,
embarrassing. It's such an embarrassing
very much
experience.
so. Yo, yo, dude. Your crushes will, yeah. No,
And
no,
if I
no.
say a
I don't
crush will
recommend
crush
having a crush,
you,
bro.
they are called a crush because
It
they'll crush you.
will. It will, yes. Ngoba uzombona. Uzombona yazi laphaya. Usibanibani. Ahamba laphaya. Sininini uzohamba nomntana kubo and wena heart palpitations. Ngoba uzocabanga ukuthi i-girlfriend yakhe. Bese what happens to you? No, man. Crushes are like insane. Insane concept. But yeah,
Okay,
let's move on.
yeah. Let's go back. So I want us to break down what it truly, um, why do we fall into pick me behavior? Why do we feel the need to change ourselves to be validated and all of that, right? And I did my research because
Mm,
I'm so intrigued. Like, I don't know, what is it that thing that enforces us to just have this pick me behavior? So apparently, well, it's not even apparently. I saw it on TikTok, right? On TikTok, this lady was just saying that if you're a pick me now, you're choosing to be a pick me right now. Because in the olden days, they were pygmies because out of survival instinct. And I was like, damn, really? And then I had to go do my research, right? And apparently, in the
mm,
past, particularly before the feminist movements of the 20th century even existed, women had to rely on men validation for survival, right? Societal norms, which is that women's
yeah.
primary role was seen as being wives, mothers, and caretakers. And I think that we see this, especially with our grandparents and how they are and like how they just, are this, like their behavior is this, right? But for them, it was the thing which at that time, I
Mm,
just have to survive. This person has to take care of me. This person has to make sure that my kids are fed and all of that, right? However,
mm-hmm.
however, now, nah, but the thing is now, if you're choosing to be a pick me, okay, let me just say this. Yeah, our grandmothers and all of that nice. Like without a partner in the olden days, like without a partner, women's survival financially, socially, and even physically was very difficult. So this kind of pick me behavior wasn't about seeking attention for attention's sake. It was often about needing to be chosen in order to ensure a safe and stable life, which is so crazy. Like I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that is wild. So for many, women in their worth was directly tied to their relationships with men. Also, have you seen this post on TikTok? Have you seen this post on TikTok? Well, it's not a post, it's a meme, Betty, you are crying for a man. If you're woman, you're crying for a man that if your mom had a high self-esteem at that time, wouldn't even choose. Yo, like
But
if
it's so true.
But
It's
you're
so
crying for,
true.
but you're crying for men if their mom had a high self-esteem, they wouldn't even exist. I'm like, damn, bro. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, so historically, women would act in that way that it was more agreeable and all of that, right? To conform to society's expectations, right? But today, a lot has
Mm,
changed. I mean, we have resources, we have the education, we know like you can, if you want to build right now, all right, delay, you can build a house for yourself. If you want to be like, I want to be in the whatever industry, you can do it. You don't need to go through these things. So right now, men, people are choosing to be pygmies. Like if you're being a pygmy right now, you are choosing to be a pygmy. If you're gonna go, because there's no need, bro. There's no need for you
true.
to just be a pygmy right now. Like there's no need to act on social media and be like, yeah, I don't like girls who just wear short skirts. What are you trying to gain? What are you trying to gain?
Honestly, honestly, because whenever you want to see him as, that's why I'll keep on referencing back to it.
Mm,
Ufuna sewenze njani? Should we give you a trophy? What should we do with you, really? What do you want to gain, honestly? Do you just want to sit there and act as prim and proper? And yeah, see now we must give you your trophies and awards. Goba wena, you're going to be a pick me. It's not cute, guys. Society actually has, especially when it comes to women, it teaches us that our worth is tied to being chosen by others, whether it's a man, society itself,
yeah.
and even our families. Women have been told to compete with each other for
Mm.
validation, which is a dangerous cycle because we need each other, guys.
Yeah.
And when you want to be seen at the forefront as doing the Lord's work and bashing other women. No, why?
Mm.
Why are we
And
doing that? Just to see Michael can notice you. It's when you're not like other girls. As was kahle. You're not like
like
other girls. You don't wear that
right, I'll
skimpy short.
shine.
Right. Uyahlonipha yazi. Ugqoka iduku Monday to
Angiceli
Sunday.
nemali.
Hi, babe. Awumceli nema oh, that's another one. Awumceli nemali. Awuyiceli imali wena. You're just
Yes,
perfect
like
as
you don't like other
uthobekile.
girls.
You're not
So
like other girls. But I Toms, no,
okay, this is
now it
a
habibo.
but
It's okay. It's
100%.
fine if you're really like humble. Yeah, when you
Yeah,
don't ask for money, it's cool. But don't be
because it's
bashing
your
people who
choice.
do it.
Now,
It's your
it's
choice.
okay if
You have
it's
a choice,
you.
Brenda, to ask,
Yeah.
umuntu wakho ukuthi "Yazingicela ungifakele itawu. I want to do that hairstyle." But thina masimcela, it shouldn't be like, oh, okay, laba hayi, yazi vele abaziphathi kahle. You go on social media, you want to be bashing
Mm.
people. Aibo,
Because of the
I,
choices that they made for themselves. I think the only reason why pick me is always going to be a problem is because you're seeking male validation on bashing other women. There's no need for you. If you want that male
mm,
validation so much, why don't you just seek it for yourself? You don't have to involve us. You don't have to involve that, yeah,
yeah,
I'm not
you
like
don't
those
have to
other
talk about
girls.
it.
You don't have to involve us, bro. You don't have to. And
You
I
don't
think
have to talk
social,
about, you don't have to include social media even.
you
Just keep
don't.
it to yourself and go about your business. It's
I
very
mean,
fine. It's okay.
if you want Osipo to choose you, don't involve us. Like there's this other pygmy girl. I think you know her, Upel. She's white. She's a white woman. And she's always bashing women. Like she's always bashing them, saying, yeah. And she's the one who started this thing with,
Oh,
I don't like makeup. Women who wear makeup, what, those things, they damage your skin. Hey, hey. And it's like, dude.
it's fine. Let it damage our skin. I guess it's ours. Let it damage ours.
And it's just the
When
very
if
same.
you choose not to put it, it's okay.
Mm. And there was this other clip of hers that I saw where she was like, I don't know where is she because I haven't been seeing her a lot lately. But there's this other clip of her where she says that women should not be leaders. Women are not born leaders. Show me a woman that is a leader, and I will wait. And when and yesterday, well, not even yesterday, like, okay, okay, let me. Hey, I feel like I'm talking too fast, but whew, let me gather my thoughts. So after seeing that, right, it was a while ago when I saw it. She was like, women are not born to be leaders and all of that, da 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 da. Cool. And then recently, as in today, I saw a post on Instagram whereby this person is taking out books or novels that were created by women, but at that time, they didn't at that time they didn't allow women to be writers and all of that. So they had to pen their names into maybe change their names into a male and into a man name in order to get published. And I was like, there. Women were not
Mm,
afforded the same. They've For a very long time, women were not afforded the same opportunities as men. So you cannot come there boldly and say, "Oh, women shouldn't be leaders." You don't know. You don't know. What if, for all we know, those men could have stolen the ideas of women and then they took them as their own. So educate yourself. Don't talk
mm,
nonsense just because you want to be picked by a Stephen or whatever. Please.
yeah. And even like social
Please.
media as well doesn't help. Social media definitely doesn't help. With all the comments,
Mm,
the clips that you're talking about, people like that,
mm,
people who are like Pearl, who decide to come on social media
mm,
and want to be acting more as what can I say, Miss Goody Two Shoes more than
yeah.
everyone else, you know?
Mm,
Um, it becomes tied to our value becomes tied to how others see us. It's like an ongoing competition for attention, but At the end
Hmm.
of the day, yeah, validation should be the last thing on your mind that you
Yeah.
want, you know? I understand that we are human beings at the end of the day, and we do love to be validated. I do too. I'm not saying there's anything wrong about it. I do too. I do love to be validated, most especially academic validation. I
Yeah.
thrive to be told that, oh, you're doing well, oh, you're
Mhm.
doing good. I love what I'm seeing. You see things like that. But yeah, it really gets um poisonous when you do it for men because it won't end well. It won't,
Mm.
in most cases, that man that you're thriving so much and putting yourself out for will not choose you. Yes, they might date you, but who knows? Who's to say that they will marry you? They might not even marry you. Um, Instead, they might see another pygmy like you, pygmisha like you, and decide to marry them and decide to date them, and when it would be the end um with you. Yeah, because you were doing so much for this guy to notice you, um, to pick you.
Which is
So yeah, I
okay.
don't think,
It's fine.
yeah,
If you want to be picked, cool. Don't involve other women. Like, don't use us as your step ladder. Where do we enter? Alrighty, let's get into another call and then because the time is running now. Okay, guys, we are back. Like as I was saying that there's no need, as already was saying, there's no need, guys. You can be a pick me, yeah, but don't do it. Don't use other women as a step ladder. Don't now be bashing other
mm,
women just because you want the certain person to choose you. And social media, with the rise of social media currently, many women have been conditioned to look for external validation through likes, comments, and attention from others, right? I mean, we're not
mm-hmm,
disapproving the fact that I mean we still live in a patriarchal society. I mean, we still live in a patriarchal society. Men are still ruling and all of that. But right now, it's so much better. Like it's less pronounced as it was in the olden days, you know? Like women need
yeah,
to exist, that women need to exist in order to be worthy or get the attention or approval, all of that. It's not really necessary to do it right now as a survival tactic, which is just like questions on you.
mm,
Like what are you trying to achieve? You know?
true,
What are you trying to achieve? So yeah, segment 4 is breaking free from pick me to empowered me. I want us to talk about how can we what are the ways that you think that we can break free from pick me culture and all of that? Like how do we stop seeking external validation and just start choosing ourselves? Like, you know, I'll start by saying for me the and I've made this my duty. For me, it's teaching myself a lot more about feminism and why it exists and all of that. I feel like if there's anything, the more I understand the core concept of why feminism exists and you know, the meanings of these things. Because some other people, they don't even know what misogynistic means. They don't even know what patriarchal means. They don't even know what feminism means. Just like teaching myself about all of these terms so that when they are happening at play, I can
yeah,
be like, oh, right now, if I do this, I'm being a pick me. Or, oh, right now, if I'm doing this, I'm seeking people's validation. And obviously, there's a TikTok that you once sent to me, right? This person was just saying that I'll start by liking my post myself because self-validation is at its core. And I was like, okay, I use that. I use that as long as I feel validated within myself, whatever another person thinks or says, it doesn't matter. Take it with a pinch of salt. I
mm.
don't need you to approve me long as I've approved myself, it's like I'm good. You, what do you think?
I think um, pygmy shekels. is by doing self-introspection. So you need to sit down with yourself and
Please repeat that.
just
Or
find out
I didn't catch you. Please repeat that. I didn't catch you.
um the way that we could break free from the pygmy shackles
Mm,
is by doing self-introspection. So you sit
mm,
yourself down and you have a conversation with yourself and you just get to understand the person that you are.
mm,
Because it also goes hand in hand with being self-aware.
mm,
So after doing that, for introspection, then you would know where you stand with yourself. You would know what you value the most,
mm,
what you don't like, what you stand for, you see, things like that. But I truly think having a conversation with yourself um, would change most of these things because you would get an understanding of what type of a person you are in relation to other human beings and to yourself. You know, do I seek validation from men particularly? Um, am I doing things that come across as seeking validation or pick Misha energy? You know, so yeah, it's important to be self-aware and conscious that Ish, but this thing, hey, I shouldn't have said this. I shouldn't have done
mm,
this. It actually is portraying me as a pick Misha, you know? So,
mm,
it's things like that. When you make the shift from pick me to choose me, it's empowering because you're giving yourself
the re-
that
freedom.
that space to grow.
Mm,
You're also giving yourself that window to grow and improve when you want to be chosen. Yeah, you're giving yourself that window to improve, to change, because now you know better and you're doing better. You must exercise it as well, not just say it. But most importantly, you should just be careful when it comes to social media. If you're going to be engaging in discourse like that, you should
mm,
know that the girlies are out here looking. Everyone is looking at you. You can't be
mm.
hiding behind your
Everyone is
keyboard.
aware now.
People
People are
can see,
aware.
people can hear what you're saying. And Tina, we're going to be asking you questions. Best believe you're going to find us in the comments asking you, okay, so what did you mean by this? Does this make sense? Go when you see things like that. And when it might come off as I'll be bashing you, but some things
Mm.
you should just
You
think
just
about
need to
them before
think,
you
bro.
type
Like,
type nonsense down.
yeah, sit down and think before you even comment on something that is picnisha vibes. Sit down and think and ask yourself, where is this coming from? Like, why would I think that a woman who goes to church should wear skirts and not pants? Like, where is it coming from? Think straight before you just
Hmm.
say things. Just do some little bit of thinking, especially if it includes other people. If it includes you, cool. I mean, you're your own person. But like now, if you're gonna have a problem about
Yeah.
how other people are reacting or how other people are living and or choosing to live their lives, or if you're gonna have those expectations that you have upon women, dude, no. And you know how I look at
Yeah,
being a
just
pick,
just think. Please. Just think.
like I know how I look at just being a pick me. It's like
Mm,
it's like say maybe you're going to thrift, right? Like you're going to thrift like year to news and stuff. Then there's just a whole scatter of clothes. They're just sitting there, right? Then someone just comes and then you just pick J.
mm.
Like it is so degrading when you're just gonna think about yourself. Look, you wanna be picked like that, guy. Like it's just how I look at it. And every time I think about being picked, I cringe because I'm like, dude, I'm not that, bro. Like if this person doesn't see me for who I am, why do I have to force them to pick me? Imagine if like you'd go to
Yeah.
Dinusa and then those folks would be like, oh no, please pick me. Oh, please pick me. That would be so cringe. Just even thinking
It would
about
be
it.
so cringe because that's a good analogy though. That's literally how pygmies act. They want to
Yeah.
be picked so badly. You would change
No, no. Oh, it's like you're adorning
to
yourself.
fit in
Like
that. Yeah, you
you,
would change things about you just to fit in that
mm,
mindset
okay,
that this person might have about you. But yeah, before we digress, we're still on the topic of breaking free
Oh yeah,
from being a pick to being a person who's empowered.
yeah.
Yeah, being a person who's empowered and is their own self, who can stand for themselves. And so, what do you think, Rena? Do you think this thing has to do with soci societal expectations?
Of course I do. I mean, duh. I do. I do. I feel like it does have to do a whole lot about societal expectations. Not even societal expectations, but yeah, societal expectations, right? And I mean, we're in a we live like whether we like it or not, we live in a society that was created for men by men. So each and everything that we do is to fit into what a person who created the system said was right, right? So like breaking free from pick me
Yeah.
behavior is just by unlearning those societal expectations that have always been there. Like for our life, women have been told that we should be like we have been told how to act. I mean, we have men, we have people who have dedicated their time into manipulating the woman's body, making sure that we do not um go on our periods and all of that. But for men, it's fine for them to just, be doing all of those things and stuff. Yeah. Like
Mm,
every time I think about that, I'm like, you took time to understand how you can manipulate a woman's body, but you never took time to understand why period cramps exist and all of that. But anyways, or even to just be like, okay, what can I do in order to ensure that creating a birth control for men that they also have to drink. We have to drink something that manipulates our body. One. And also, we've always been told how to act, how to dress, how to think, how to speak, like how to, as a woman, you should be feminine, as a woman, you should do this, as a woman. But when you decide to let go of that, you're no longer competing to be picked. Like you already compete as who
mm.
you are. The moment you look at yourself in the mirror and like the only person that I have to impress right now is me, automatically you've broken free from pick me behavior. And also segment 5, right? Do you think that um social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok have made this culture worse? Like they've made this pick me culture worse?
Yeah, I think so. Um, Not that I think, I know it has. Social media creates this environment where everything is based on appearance,
Mm,
your followers, and engagement.
mm,
Um, and which is it's supposed to be like that, really. Go back. It's media, but it's publicized, you
mm,
know? So it is supposed to be like that, where people are engaging, but but it does tend to get toxic
yeah.
and have those traits that are very toxic and unrealistic. It
Mm,
feels like it makes us feel like we don't fit into the mold of what's trending or what's
mm,
acceptable. Then we're just invisible. If we don't fit in those things, then we're invisible, we don't live, we don't exist. So there's this constant pressure to look, act, and think a certain way to get attention. So I think for me, the perfect example for this will be Instagram. Um,
mm.
Instagram has that um it has that thing of making one feel like, ah, no, actually,
You're
you're
not
not
doing
doing too
enough.
much. You're not
Mm.
doing much.
Oh,
And yeah, the girlies were better than you. And I
mm,
understand that it may just be me projecting my insecurities, but
yeah.
it has in a candid scheme of
Mm,
things, it is one of the most influential apps,
yeah.
and it is used. I'd like to believe it is used to control narratives of people, of how they should act,
Mm,
um, of what they should really be doing on social media. So you would get girlies. I'm not going to be naming anyone's name, but
yeah.
you would get girlies who no, I'm going to Dubai today.
Mm.
But ngiyakwazi nje
And
ngihlala
it's
like
all
as
a
you're
lie.
going to
Oh,
yeah, you're going to Dubai today. Did you go to Dubai today? You're
mm.
posting pictures like, but I saw you ngegown nje ekuseni mangiphuma nje. I saw you ngegown like us. You know what I mean? So it has
Yeah,
that false narrative that people
it
are
is so
pushing.
fake.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. When are you drinking matcha Monday to Sunday? Are you kidding me? You drinking matcha every time? No, that is a lie. Because I saw you. You were just standing
Mm.
there. We were just talking, you know? And yeah, really, I think maybe somewhat I am projecting my insecurities. God, I know Instagram has and other social media platform for that matter, it has the ability to show you, to pressurize you into doing certain things or thinking a certain way to get attention from
Mm.
all of these men or like people that when you want to look like.
That is so true. I think the same thing also. I feel like
Hmm.
for me, honestly, I've had to just distance myself from social media. Hey, all the people that I used to follow, who I thought, I had to unfollow them because at the end of the day, these people, it's a lie. Like the life that they portray on social media and all of that, it's a lie. Or even if it is true, how is it adding on to me? Like, what am I gaining or what am I learning
Yeah,
from that?
yeah.
Some people say that you can't change social media and all of that. You can't change your algorithm, blah blah blah. Me, I made sure that I changed my algorithm and
We
ensured
built
that
it brick by brick.
yeah, and ensure that the people that I follow, it's people who actually add on to my life. They add on to the things that I'm already teaching myself on, you know. So, Jay, whatever you're saying
Yeah,
is true. And choosing yourself means being able to step away, guys. Like step away from all the noise. It's a lie. At the end of the day, it's a lie. Remember this other time me and my aunt, we were watching this other blogger. She was so honest and she said that she asked to rent a certain bag. And I was like, oh, okay. That's the kicker. It's a lie. It's a lie. You cannot afford Louis Vuitton. Each
mm,
and every month you're buying Louis Vuitton, you're buying Red Bull. Not even that projecting or whatever. I'm just saying that what they try to put out there is a lie, and you find that you find yourself in a situation whereby you question yourself, you question your abilities, when in actual fact your life was just built upon someone who's just lying and just trying to put in this narrative, like influencing you to buy things that you don't even have like the need to even want, bro.
yeah, true, true. So moving on, we'll be talking about from pick me to authenticity. So choosing yourself in a society of expectations, what it looks like, what are ways that you could be taking
This
to make sure that you're choosing yourself in a society of expectations. So what does it look like to you to choose yourself in today's world? For me, it's about embracing who I am, no
uh,
filters, no
mm,
pretending. Because in all honesty, no one really cares. You're not as important to others as you think you are, unless you have like close relations with those people. But Kepela nje, asinandaba now.
mm.
That bag that you bought last week, we probably will forget about it next week, and find something that is going to excite us again. But we will see Beyonce having that Louis V red bag. But if we see that bag in purple and we like it, then sizokhohlwa wena, hey, and you'll be a thing of the past. So it's it's about this is me. You either take me as I am or you leave me alone. So yeah, what does it
That is
look like to truly choose yourself?
That is true. Like I've mentioned that the centering yourself from things that don't add value into your life. The moment you feel like you're watching something and it's making you question yourself, then it's probably not. Question yourself in a negative way, then it's not good for you. Like the moment you like stop measuring yourself against society's expectation is when you find true peace. It's when you find true peace and it's when you are just like so relieved. Remember when I told you that I'm in this decentering thing. Remember when I told you that I've dissented men and all of that in my life? As I was saying is that
Okay.
I'm into this decentering people and men in general. And I told you, remember I told you that I've dissented men, and in order to do that, I've set an alarm that rings each and every morning saying dissenter men.
Mm,
So there's so much power in just being, and I feel like ever since my life is a bit, is a bit free because I'm like every time I wake up and I see the alarm dissenter men, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. Which means whatever it is that is associated with a man, whether it's the patriarchy, the misogynistic, whatever, I'm out of it. Internalized misogyny from other women, I am out of it. I am not in that nonsense at all. And it has been such a freeing thing. And you get to decide what makes you happy, what makes you feel good on your own terms. The moment you realize that you have your own will, so much better.
yeah.
Life becomes so much
Mm.
better.
It does, true. So let's take a minute to talk about women who we see embodying the non-pygmy energy. The ones who aren't afraid to take up space and set up their own standards.
Okay. I love this because I have some women of my own who I believe that they've completely dissented societal norms and they are just unapologetically themselves without needing to compete for validation. First of all, I'd say Sexy Red. Sexy Red is a revolutionist, douchey, and like 24/7. For me, they all embody non-pick me nature. Like they break away from societal norms. If anyone listens to like Kaylee 47, they'll know that she's a rapper or a singer, whatever. And she's so different because she wears a mask. She wears a mask and she wears baggy clothes. I feel like the societal norm that she just was like not for it that um sex sells. Like her music sold without her having to show her breasts or without her having to, whatever, like being the feminine, typical feminine woman that society wants to see. And then a Sexy Red, on the other
Mm.
hand, she's just like a boss babe. She's like, okay, like she will tell you confidently that she is fine, she's sexy, she's whatever, and she shows it in her body. She embodies it and she does all of those things. For me, that is yeah, like that is okay. I'll see you. You're not into being picked. You're picking yourself and you're choosing yourself. Who are yours?
Um, Mine, yo, I think firstly Queen Latifah,
Mm-hmm.
people like Queen Latifah,
Yeah.
Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Viola Davis, um, a bit of Doja Cat. I believe those women are like living proof that you don't need to fit into a mold, to be
Mm,
powerful and respected and loved. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie has been um, a powerful embodiment of that.
mm.
She has been an example, yeah, an example that shows us that ah, I can take up space anytime I want.
Also, Tracy
I can
Ellis
say whatever
Ross.
it is that I want.
Also,
Yeah, Tracy Ellis
Tracy.
Ross as well.
Yeah, that one is the one,
Yeah,
Shane.
yeah, women like that, yo,
Mm,
they have my heart because they're showing continuously that I can actually stand up for myself. Hey, I don't need to be
mm,
validated. Yeah, your opinion of me does not stick,
mm,
unfortunately. I can say whatever it is that I want to say, and you will hear me. And they make sure that they're heard. Their aura, yeah, it's unmissed. You cannot check it out. You cannot um miss it. You will see what it is exactly that they stand for.
yeah.
So yeah, those
They are
women
not boxed.
show that their strength. Yeah,
They're not
they're not.
boxed, and
Well,
they're constantly like and taking themselves out of these boxes that were created for women to be a certain way. Like now, like Tracy Ellis Ross, she has chosen that she doesn't want to have kids and all of that. And people, you know, they they carry that a woman's value comes from them having children, and she's defying that norm. Like no crazy business. And to me, that's powerful. So,
Yeah,
wrapping
yeah.
up, bum, bum, bum. Wait, yeah, wrapping up. No, we're on wrapping up. Wrapping up and choosing yourself. We're on our last segment, guys. No? Today, the whole purpose of this episode was to remind you to choose yourself. Don't wait for someone else to pick you. And we're not by any means
Mm,
scolding people. Well, if we have to scold you, we are. If you're not listening, we are scolding you. But we're not by any means scolding people, bashing people, or we're just saying that at some point you have to ask yourself, if I'm doing this, who is it benefiting? Is it benefiting me or is it benefiting another person? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be living for other people's validation, whether it's in relationships, friendships, family, society as a whole, whatever. You don't want to be living in a box that was created by someone else and you are not free. You're constantly shrinking yourself to be a certain way just to be accepted by that person. No, 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 no. Like the moment you
mm.
remember that you are worthy, you don't have to be chosen by anyone or picked by anyone. Even that name, Jay, on its own is disgusting. Imagine someone, look, it's like you're degrading yourself, and you just like you're degrading yourself to a piece of nothing. When
Yeah.
you're this whole divine person who's like, no, guys, no, no, mm-mm, no, just be
Yeah.
you.
So,
Like,
yeah, just continuously choose to be you and don't want to be picked, things like that.
mm,
So today we're not just leaving you with a wonderful episode. We're giving you homework as well. Yeah,
mm,
I think we should start incorporating that. We're giving you homework, um, and it's more like a challenge. You have to think about places where you've been holding on to pygmy energy, pygmy behavior, and start making conscious choices to prioritize yourself. Start being intentional about the choices, your decisions, um, whatever it is that you want for yourself.
mm.
Yeah, that is your homework. And you will let us know in the comments whether you've been doing your homework and what you found when you're doing your homework. We'd like to know what you know and what you've experienced about being a pick Misha, whether you were one or you know someone who was. We'd love to know what you have to think about this whole topic. I enjoyed talking about the pick Misha
It's as if I can talk
topic,
about this
and it
whole
was
situation the whole day. I
you
can talk about it
can.
the whole
It's
day.
it's a really important topic subject to
Yeah,
touch on because
I think
yeah,
it's really
there are a lot
important.
of big niches out there.
It's really important for women. I'm not gonna talk about men because I'm not a man. I don't understand what it is to be a man, but I understand fully what it is to be a woman. And I'm seeing things, and it's like we don't have to, like we never have to. So yeah.
Hmm.
And that's all for today's episode, guys. As already let's said, we're giving you homework. So please do let us know, comment on the comment section. Let us know what are the pick me behaviors that you're breaking. Let us know when was the time you were like, realizing that you're a pick me and what did you change from it. And be sure to follow us on social media for more updates. Until next time, keep choosing yourself always. And
We'll catch you
that's
on the next one. Thank you so
and
much
that's a wrap.
for tuning in to Feminine POV. We're sisterhood blooms. So yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.